Today we're going to discuss what to do when your cat stops using the litter box and starts to go to the bathroom in other parts of your home. This is of course a very frustrating issue, but there is good news in that typically these issues are easily resolvable once you know what to look for. So today we are going to talk about the 4 primary reasons that cats stop using the litter box. The first one is it could very well be a medical issue. Whether your cat has always used a litter box and has now just stopped using it, or your cat sometimes uses a litter box and sometimes does not, your first stop should be to the veterinarian's office. It could be that your cat has a urinary tract infection and that your cat associates the pain he or she feels with the litter box and therefore goes to other parts of the home. It could be that your cat perhaps has diabetes or some other medical condition, and a trip to the veterinarian's office is the only way to determine whether or not it is a medical issue that can be solved, or perhaps it's not a medical issue at all, but we need to rule that out. So make your first trip to the veterinarian's office. The second reason that your cat may not be using the litter box might have to do with tensions in a multi-cat household. Now we have another video, which we encourage you to see, on tensions in a multi-cat household, which will explain what to do if there is conflicts amongst your cats. But I do want to mention a couple of things directly related to litter boxes. First of all, it is extremely important that you have at least one litter box per cat. The reason being that you might have a cat who is bullying another cat, and the cat being bullied may decide that rather than use the litter box and be pounced on, they will go somewhere else that's a little bit more secret so that they don't have to risk getting pounced on. It's also very important to make sure that your litter boxes are typically in corners. The reason being, cats when they go to the litter box are vulnerable and they want to feel secure. If the litter box is in a corner, their 2 back ends are covered and they can see out where they are. If your litter box is under a sink or in a closet and there's tensions in a multi-cat household, it may be again that your cat is avoiding the litter box because they are afraid of perhaps being pounced on or being bullied when going to the bathroom, so they're choosing to go elsewhere. The third reason that your cat may not be using the litter box might have to do with the litter box itself. A few very important things to realize about litter boxes and cats. Cats are very particular and they're also very sensitive creatures. So any kind of changes in the litter box can cause disruption in where they go. So if they're using a particular type of litter, it's always good to stick with that litter. If they're going to the litter box in a particular location, it's always good to keep that location. We recommend as litter a sandy type of litter, as that is cats are most likely to use. We also recommend that it not be a scented litter. A lot of cats do not like scents. It is important that you scoop twice a day. Cats are very clean animals, and just like we do not like going into a bathroom that is dirty, and perhaps we hold it in or we go elsewhere, your cat is the same way. You have to scoop twice a day, and you'll see if you do that, that it really takes no time at all to scoop because there's not that much in there. But often litter box issues are simply a matter of the litter box is not scooped enough and the cat is uncomfortable as a result. We also recommend that the litter box be open, as you see here. Some cats prefer a closed litter box, but most cats prefer it open for the reason we said before, that they feel most secure. They can see out when they're going to the bathroom. We also recommend you do not use litter box liners. Litter box liners can get caught in their claws. It's not the most comfortable sensation, and it may be why they are avoiding it. So, again, when it comes to litter box issues, you want to rule out problems so that we can figure out what it is. And as far as the litter box goes, you want to make sure, ideally, it's an open box, that you have a sandy type litter, that it's scooped twice a day, that it's in a corner, and that also it's in not a high traffic area. Litter boxes in hallways typically don't work that well if it's a busy household because the cat wants to go where there's not too much foot traffic. The fourth issue that your cat may not be using the litter box, and this would be particularly true if the cat always used a litter box and then suddenly stopped, might be that there is an environmental stressor. And that can mean a whole variety of things. And again, the main thing to realize is that cats are super sensitive, wonderful creatures, but very sensitive. So an environmental stressor can be that one of the people they are very close with in the household, or maybe even not so close with, has left. Maybe they've gone off to college, maybe they are traveling, but that can be a stressor. Maybe there's a new person in the household. Maybe there's a new animal in the household. Maybe your upstairs neighbors have decided to play music really loudly when you're at work and your cat's bothered by that. Maybe there's construction on the street. Maybe they don't like the scent of the new couch you just bought. It can be anything and everything, and it may be something so subtle that we have no idea what it is and we'll never figure it out. But one thing to think about is an environmental stressor. So it's very important, and I would in fact say that regardless of whatever else might the issue be in the house, it's always good to make sure your cats are not stressed out. And the way to do that is to play with them. Now I have here a couple of examples of things to do to play with cats. Cats are very much like us in the fact of, just like when we get stressed, one of the best ways we can deal with it is by physical activity. It's the exact same with cats. Okay, and obviously most people, we can't walk our cats, so we have to play with them inside. And by playing with cats, it's not a matter of just saying, oh, I have some toys that the cat can play with if he wants, or if she wants. It's up to us to play with them, because they get bored of toys just lying on the ground. We have to make them interesting and exciting. So I have here a couple of very excellent toys, and I have a few of my wonderful cats to demonstrate. This is a laser point lighter, which cats typically absolutely love. The nice thing about the laser point is that you can be on the phone, talking to your friend, you can be watching TV, and your cat is getting a really thorough workout. We suggest doing this twice a day for 15 minutes. If there is an environmental stressor in the home, this will help your cat burn off some of that nervous energy and be much more likely to use the litter box. Another great toy is a fishing rod toy. And all these, by the way, are very affordable at any pet store. This toy is typically liked by cats, although my cat right now is a little bit frightened by it. But a good 15 minutes with this twice a day, and your cat will be much less stressed. Another toy, very simple, is simply to make a ball out of tin foil. Cats love tin foil balls. So throw it on the ground, and of course my cats are not cooperating at the moment, but typically they will bat it around and have a great time, and you do not have to do very much. Another option is to take a balled up sock and put some catnip on it. A lot of cats love catnip. It's an herb, it has no negative effects, but it kind of makes them go a little bit nutty, and again, burn off some of that stressed out energy. So you can put some of the catnip on the sock, you can put some of the catnip in the sock, and say, hey guys, have a good time. Another thing you can do to help your cats play is to just find some treats they like. And if you have a long hallway in particular, a great game is to play fetch. You just toss the treat down the hallway, cat runs and gets it, comes back to you, toss another treat, and again, your cat's burning off that nervous energy, and you're having a great time as well. Another thing that's really important for cats is what's called environmental enrichment, and that means introducing some new items into the household. And cats, while they don't like big changes in the household, they do like certain items being introduced that they can play with. And paper bags are typically a good hit, or a big hit. So are cardboard boxes. So if you're out shopping or in the basement of your building there's a cardboard box or a paper bag, just bring it in for your cat and they can explore. And again, it'll be a way for them to not only physically but also mentally kind of burn off some of that perhaps nervous energy. So interactive play and environmental enrichment is incredibly important to make sure your cats are feeling emotionally healthy, and that will in turn help to ensure they use the litter box. Okay? One other thing before we review is it's very important that if your cat has gone to the bathroom in parts of your home other than the litter box, that you clean that area with an appropriate cleaner. You do not want to use regular household cleaners. Cats' sense of smell is so much better than ours that even though we will no longer smell the urine, they still will if you use regular household cleansers. You definitely do not want to use bleach. bleach is ammonia, and urine is ammonia. Okay, so from a cat's point of view, the bleach doesn't smell all that different from the urine and actually may attract them to keep going in that spot. There are various enzymatic cleaners that are sold at pet stores, and this just happens to be one of them. Enzymatic cleaners have enzymes that actually destroy the urine molecules, and they can be used on pretty much any material. So if your cat has gone to the bathroom in other parts of your home, you want to go to a pet store, get an enzymatic cleaner, and thoroughly clean those areas. Because as long as that urine smell is there, the cats will continue to go there. So to review, there is good news. Your cat is likely to begin using the litter box again once you figure out what the cause of them stopping using the litter box is, and it's most likely one of these 4 issues. Okay? It may very well be a medical issue, and we encourage you to go to a vet and get them checked out. It may very well be a multi-cat issue, and we encourage you to look at our other video on multi-cat issues and reduce the tensions in your house, add extra litter boxes if needed, and work on that problem. The third issue may be a litter box issue itself. Make sure you're scooping the box enough. Make sure that it's a litter that your cat likes. Make sure the location is in a good place for your cat. And the fourth reason may be that there may be an environmental stressor. And it's really important to play with your cat to give them some environmental enrichment, which, to be honest, is a great thing to do for your cat anyway, even if your cat is using the litter box all the time. Thank you very much for watching, and wish you the best of luck.